is the story, the fantastically true story of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives. Average citizen, high-level member of the Communist Party, and counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. You're about to see the Communist Party's complete disregard for human rights as they effect their plan of sabotage. Why does it always happen, Philbrick? The party's uncanny ability to reach out and tap you on the shoulder every time you get a few minutes to yourself. Well, face it, you'll never figure out the party, but you're all right as long as you keep one jump ahead of them.
Oh, come in, comrade.
I got here as soon as I could.
Well, this won't be a meeting in the usual sense. Excuse me a minute. This is Comrade Herb. Comrade Margaret from DS3.
How do you do?
You won't have too much time, comrade. I suggest we get down to business. The screening committee has cleared you for a top-level assignment, comrade. Offhand, I'd say they've made a wise choice.
Well, thank you. You make it sound very intriguing.
It isn't so much intriguing, comrade, as it is vitally important. You're probably aware of the fact that some of our comrades in the Soviet have turned traitor by seeking political asylum in this country.
Yes, I'd heard.
They'll be dealt with in time. But there are some, however, who have the party's sanction.
Oh?
To be more precise, comrade, the party has been successful in making a placement, an engineer, in the Army's research project at Newton Springs.
Wow, that took some doing.
That's why you mustn't fail. Your job will be to deliver a wristwatch camera to a comrade Alfred near the project.
A what camera?
A Teleflex Rapid. It resembles a wristwatch.
And let me stress one thing. For the moment, our comrade on the project is in a favorable position to photograph certain valuable information. The camera must be in his hands by tonight.
Okay. What about transportation?
Use your own car. The trip will take 2.5 hours.
Place of contact?
You'll meet Comrade Alfred 8 miles east of town on a highway leading to the project. Be there at 2 o'clock, but don't wait any longer than 5 minutes.
How'll I recognize him?
You'll be parked, inspecting your tires. Comrade Alfred will stop and ask you if you've run over some glass back in the road. You'll reply, yes, but there's no harm done. Do you have it?
Yes, but there's no harm done. Right.
Accommodations have already been made. You stay at this motel tonight, pick up the camera tomorrow. Since Newton Springs is a resort town, try to appear like a businessman on a holiday.
This arrived by courier. Neither of us knows the contents, but it will tell you where to pick up the camera and where to deliver it once you've returned.
You're on your own, comrade. Should any difficulty arise, try to overcome it as best you can. That's all. Good luck.
They've never given you such leeway before. There's a catch to it.
Comrade Herb, you come highly recommended, but I must warn you. This mission is of vital importance. If you should fail...
Yes, I understand. You understand, all right, Philbrick. The threat's clear enough, but the important thing is to find out who their agent is. One man in a top-secret project like that can jeopardize the entire country. You better have a little chat with Bob Marshall.
Bureau keeps tabs on all political refugees, Herb. Most of them are legitimate. If they're passing information, we need proof. About that camera you mentioned.
Yeah, I was supposed to pick it up at the camera exchange on Main Street. It's called a Teleflex Rapid. It's supposed to look like a wristwatch.
I know that camera. Call me when you have it. There'll be a substitute ready for you.
Why a substitute?
Right now, that camera's our only ticket to their comrade in the project. We might wait a long time for another chance like this.
What are you going to do? Paint the camera with molasses and look for a man with sticky fingers?
Yeah, something like that.
Huh?
Sorry, can't tell you.
Why not?
Haven't figured it out yet. They sure smell nice, don't they?
Yeah, what do you know? They do smell nice.
I believe this is the item you referred to.
Yeah. Sure is a beauty.
It's poetry in motion, comrade.
Dangerous poetry.
Take good care of it.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, you'll find it'll give you excellent service, sir. Thank you very much.
You bet.
We'll send you the bill.
You've got it wrong, comrade. You're the one who's going to pay the bill, not me. A lot of trouble to go to, Philbrick, assuming you need alterations on a pair of slacks. But with that camera on your wrist, you're probably being watched. Not that the party doesn't trust you. They just don't trust anyone.
I think it'll work.
Well, with an f1.9 lens, I don't think we'll have any trouble. I'll check on it and let you know.
Come in. Hello, Herb. You know Mike Andrews.
Hello, Herb.
Glad to see you.
I better get going. I'll see you gentlemen later.
Right. Did you get the camera?
Right on schedule.
Good. I'll trade with you. There's a substitute.
It looks the same. How's this going to smoke out our commie agent?
Go ahead and put it on. I'll show you.
Don't tell me.
That's right. In place of film, it contains a radioactive material.
Is it safe?
Oh, sure, it won't harm you unless you wear it longer than 72 hours. But it is strong enough to cause any metal objects to become slightly radioactive. You know, like a belt buckle, keys, coins, a ring.
You mean this is going to smoke out our commie agent?
Why not? Radioactive materials aren't used on the base.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
You see, some of our janitors will search the rooms, checking personal effects with Geiger counters. The guilty party will never be in doubt. His own wearing apparel will give him away.
Very clever. Well, look, I've been here long enough. I better get going.
Right, Herbert. Providing all goes well, we'll switch cameras again at Newton Springs.
Check. But what if our comrade wants to shoot more than one roll of film?
Oh, we thought of that. See, the back of the camera is sealed. He'll think it's stuck. Believe me, he won't have time to bother with it.
Sometimes you guys frighten me.
Oh, Herb, one other thing. If you get in a jam, you'll be more or less on your own.
You know, that's exactly what Comrade Ashley said to me. Sometimes I feel like a man without a friend.
You'll do all right.
It's a nice day, isn't it, Philbrick? Sun shining, air crisp and clear. Too bad you can't enjoy it. A laundry truck. Go into your act, Philbrick. This might be Comrade Alfred.
Hi. Did you pick up some glass back there in the road?
Yes, but there's no harm done.
Come on over to the truck, comrade.
Don't they check all the bundles you take into the base?
They did at first, but I've been delivering over a year now. They never bother anymore. Pretty stupid if you ask me. I'll take that camera now, comrade.
That sticker on the wrapping. Try to get a look at it. Maybe a name or a room number. Too bad you can't see that identification. One thing is certain, Comrade Alfred's been well trained for his job.
That's it. Contact will be made here at 1 o'clock tomorrow. You know, this is the best part of the trip for me, comrade.
How do you mean?
That camera. I get a kick out of smuggling it past those guards. They think I got nothing but laundry.
Comrade. What are you doing here?
Hello, Comrade Herb. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss you. I have the room next door.
I don't understand. Is something wrong?
I didn't tell you the full plans at our meeting, Comrade, for security reasons. You see, my assignment is to pick up the camera from Comrade Alfred tomorrow.
Contact will be made with Comrade Alfred at 1 o'clock. Only you won't be there, Philbrick. That is, unless you can stall Comrade Margaret.
Hey, mister, can I give you a hand?
Oh, what'd you think? A lot. My car's right over here.
Okay.
I'm in big trouble. Comrade Margaret's decided to pick up the camera herself.
Why the change in plans?
Well, security reasons, she says. Big problem is, how am I going to get that camera?
Herb, what exactly were your instructions?
To pick up and deliver the camera, then return it to the photo shop where I got it yesterday.
Well, then all you can do is follow orders.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But that spells trouble.
Not as much as you'll be in if she makes the pickup.
Okay. How do I get in touch with you if and when I get the camera?
I'll be waiting at the intersection as you enter town. Stop and ask for directions. But right now, our main concern is to get that camera.
Yeah, I know. I'll try.
Well, thanks a lot for your help.
Glad to help you out.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Comrade. We can go back to the motel. Then I'll use your car for the pickup at 1 o'clock.
Oh, didn't I tell you Comrade Alfred changed the time to 3 o'clock?
3? But he had no right to do that. Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, he must have had a reason.
Well, he did say something about having to pick up laundry. He said he couldn't make it before 3.
I see. Then we'll just have to wait.
Well, it's just as well. I've got to have some work done on the radiator anyway.
Comrade, of all the times to get your car fixed.
Well, I have no choice. It's been overheating. You'd never make it.
I suppose you're right.
Nice going, Philbrick. Check off item number 1. You really should have been a salesman.
Hey, aren't you going in?
I don't think so. When will the car be ready?
About 20 minutes. I'll get dressed and walk down to the garage and get it.
I'll go with you.
No, why don't you change? Then we'll have lunch when I come back.
All right. Don't take too long.
You'll just have time to walk down to where you parked your car, then leave to take care of item 2 on your list of how to double-cross the party. Not a very nice trick to pull on Comrade Margaret, but a necessary one. So far, you're okay, but you still have Alfred to deal with. You can't let anything stand in your way now. You've got to get that camera.
What are you doing here, comrade?
I had to come. Comrade Margaret's sick.
What do you mean she's sick?
I don't know. She said she was feeling ill. Have you got the camera?
I like this, comrade.
I don't like it either, but there's no choice. Have you got the camera?
I've got it.
Well, give it to me.
Not so fast. I was supposed to deliver this to a Comrade Margaret. She's not here, so I don't know.
Look, I brought the camera out here to you, didn't I?
Well, then why weren't you supposed to pick it up?
Standard security precautions. That's obvious, isn't it?
I don't want to get involved in this. I think the best thing to do is take the camera back to my cell leader. Let him straighten it out.
Look, comrade, if you want to deviate, that's up to you. But if you take that camera back into town with you, you take the entire responsibility for this whole project on your shoulders. On the other hand, if you give it to me, I'm willing to forget about the whole thing. Now, the decision's up to you. I just hope you make the right one. Whatever you do, make it fast. We're violating security precautions standing here any longer. Wait just long enough, Philbrick, but not too long. Then hit him, and hit him hard. Sorry, comrade. You had your chance.
Wait. Okay. Maybe you're right.
You're making a wise decision, comrade.
Here you are. You'd better be right, comrade. But just to make sure, I'm going with you.
Comrade Alfred will be expecting a signal that Comrade Margaret knows you have the camera. You better tell her now.
Unit 1 to Unit 2. Follow the laundry truck, license number 41632. Keep it under surveillance.
You're not going to get away with this, Comrade Herb. You've deliberately disobeyed instructions.
My instructions were to deliver and pick up that camera and return it to the photo shop where I got it, and that's exactly what I intend to do.
You deliberately lied to me, Comrade, and I will not have it. I simply will not be made a fool of. And who are you to take matters into your own hands after orders from field headquarters? What you've done is rank insubordination, tantamount to treason to the party.
You know, I've been around the party a long time, and I've never known full instructions to be withheld from a courier on a top-secret assignment. I think you're trying to make trouble.
Don't be ridiculous.
Did you tell Comrade Ashley that you were going to make the pickup?
Of course I did.
You're lying, Comrade.
So help me.
Now, look, let's get one thing straight. I don't care who you are or where you're from. My instructions are to deliver that camera, and I'm going to stick to them.
Very well. I admire your courage, but your misguided loyalty can very easily upset the entire project. Now, I suggest we complete the assignment. Please pack your things. We leave in 30 minutes.
You're wrong, Comrade. We leave in 15.
Now, here's a case I think you might like. It's made of genuine leather. It's a very large size. It'll accommodate a large camera and also extra rolls of films. It's a genuine leather strap and cat inflated. How do you like that? I like it. See if you can put your extra films in here. Isn't that handy? And if you have a smaller size here, yeah. You just fasten fasten that with your single strap, and you have a long strap if you want to handle it that way, or if you just want to hold it by your hand. Just that. And how many times you should go and handle it. See if you can put your extra films in here. This is $14.95. That includes the tax. Well, I don't think you'll find it too small. Yes, it's a better grade than the other one. Of course, it costs a little more. This is, you see the tag. And how many sizes? Well, any small camera of that size.
Okay, Philbrick. All you have to do is get back to that film tank, and you've got the original in your hands.
What's that, Herb?
Why, it's a tank used in developing film. I was thinking of buying it.
The clerk is free. We can make contact. Let's go.
Yeah.
Herb?
Yeah. Excuse me.
All right?
All right. That little maneuver just took 10 years off your life. But wait until Margaret files charges. Your worries are just starting.
And I take it that information is in this report.
Yes, and I want it submitted to the review commission.
We'll see. Comrade Herb, I want to ask you a few more questions.
Certainly.
Do you admit that you lied to Comrade Margaret?
I do.
For what reason?
In the first place, her appearance at Newton Springs was unorthodox and highly dangerous to the success of the mission. When she tried to take over, naturally, I objected.
Yes. I didn't know the complete arrangements of that myself. Apparently, it is part of DS3's method of operation.
That's just it, comrade. Without knowing the full plans, I thought she might be deviating. I had no choice but to follow the orders that I received at our meeting.
What did you do after you picked up the camera?
Took it straight back to the motel.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Can you prove it?
All you have to do is ask Comrade Alfred. He followed me back in his truck.
Comrade, I see no real reason why we should bring charges against you. Comrade Margaret was following the instructions of DS3. Under the circumstances, I think you were justified in following the original instructions.
Thank you, comrade.
Surely you can't be serious, comrade.
We are in different bureaus of the party, comrade. Security must be maintained. But there also must be a certain amount of, shall I say, cooperation among us. I'm sending this report back to district headquarters. I hope the situation will arise again. That is all. You're both free to leave.
By the way, comrade, the mission was successful, wasn't it?
The film was out of focus. It's completely useless to us. Through no fault of our comrade at the project, there was something wrong with the camera.
You can thank Bob Marshall for that one, Philbrick. Leave it to the FBI. They never miss a thing. No hard feelings, I hope, comrade.
Of course not.
How'd it go, Herb?
You were right about following the party line. I was completely cleared. And you sure fixed their wagon. That film was utterly useless.
Not without your help. And we got our commie agent. In a couple of weeks, he'll be transferred to another research project in a different part of the country.
Bait, huh?
Yeah, red bait. We'll use him to draw out other espionage groups in the Communist Party.
Soviet agent comes over here as a political refugee and ends up working for us instead of against us. Ironic, huh?
Compliments of the house, Herb.
price of freedom is eternal vigilance, a vigilance that enabled the FBI to expose the plot of a dangerous spy and by revealing his identity, render him harmless and useless to the Communist Party. Next week, another story of communist activities from the files of Herbert A. Philbrick, counter-spy, a man who for 9 years posed as a member of the Communist Party. This is a story, a fantastically true story, from the files of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives: citizen, communist, counter-spy, and who has now revealed for the first time his secret files concerning not only his own activities, but also the current activities of other espionage agents. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. This week, Herbert Philbrick brings you the story of the counter-spy who was willing to risk his life to teach a youth the truth about communism.